All right, folks, this is it. My first video with my new camera. Okay, well, I'm starting the custom shower here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a tile, Ditra mat tile on the main floor, 12 by 20 or 12 by 12, and then I'll come in here with the hexagon 2-inch and do a flat floor for the first 2 feet, and then I'll run it out and do a slope, and it'll be a curbless shower. And on this side, for the first 4 feet or 4.5 feet, there'll be a glass panel in here. So they'll walk through, and they'll do towel racks and whatever. And then we'll put a niche in here, and it's a little bit larger niche than normal, but it's just higher, so it's better for taller bottles. And cut off some studs here. We're lucky we didn't break any screws to the wall outside the entranceway. Put the new valve in, plumbed it up to the plumbing in the basement. I'm going to cut the floor, and as I cut the floor, I'm going to drop it down the thickness of the plywood, so it'll be 5/8 lower than what it is now. And then I'll build my slope up from my tiles a 1/4 inch thick on the shower base, and it's 3/8 thick on the floor, so it's a 1/2 inch out here in the floor from the finish tile. So anyway, so that'll do that. We'll do Kerdi board on the walls. We're going to put the shower valve here. The shower valve's here. Put the shower head in the corner over there. Now on this exterior wall there, but the plastic, you can see it. That's where the shower head will be, and it'll be an adjustable shower rod, shower pan rod that they can adjust the handheld. So that's what they wanted. They wanted the fixture over there, but we couldn't do it because of this exterior wall. The only way we could do it is put the plumbing on the inside of the vapor barrier, just so you know. So in other words, it has to be either a chaseway built that's insulated with foam or whatever that would be adequate enough that you wouldn't freeze on the outside wall, or build a 2x4 wall in front of it, plumbing wall, and put the shower valve and stuff in the inside of that, and they didn't want that, so we didn't do that. It's safer to be this, so they just have the shower valve on this side, which is fine, and which is probably better because you're walking in, you can turn the valve on, and you don't get splashed with cold water right away or hot. So and then you have your shower. And then put the drain in the center location of that space, and then we'll slope it all down. Now this drain is sitting here in the floor now. I got it all plumbed in the basement, but I haven't got it glued yet at the drain. And the reason being, I'm going to pull it apart and then drop the floor and then put it all together. And I just didn't want it to be solid yet at this point because we don't know the actual length on the nipple coming up. So on the sub up. So I'm just going to make sure that it's in the right position. So Kerdi board here. We're going to do Kerdi mat on the floor. We're going to do a custom base with a mortar bed. I could do these multiple ways. I do them with the prefab quarter or Kerdi Schluter pan, or I've actually done them in plywood and worked plywood and done it that way. I've done it and then put Kerdi mat on top of it, or I've done RedGuard on top of it. RedGuard works too. I do Kerdi fix in the corners. It gives it a little more elasticity, so when the house shakes, it doesn't break in the corner. As well, I do Kerdi down in the corner. Sometimes there's multiple ways of doing it, and it all comes out the same way, depending on how I feel that day, and also a lot to do with pricing and whatnot, and also what I'm up against. So this one here will be all Kerdi board and Kerdi mat on the floor. There's a hot water hydronic system sitting just down below us, so we're going to make sure that we don't have any leaks. Well, we're not going to have any leaks anyway, so I make sure that in every home, so that's good. We have a cricket stud over here, so what I did is I cut a few relief cuts in it. It's got a bunch of knots in there, and then I took a 2x4 and stuck it in behind it nice and straight, and I'll just screw it in here, and then when I'm done, that wall will be straight again, and then we'll be able to put the Kerdi board up into cover it, and then it'll be done, ready to go. I do Kerdi Curdy band flashing in the corners, and Curdy fixed on top of the screw heads. I don't feel the sense in doing Curdy band on top of all the screw heads, and it's just a big mess. Doesn't need to be. It's a big mess regardless. Nobody sees that part. As long as the water can get in there, if it does get in there, it does go down the drain. That's the biggest thing. Think about it. Think about the membrane as a finished surface, and it has to drain in the drain. It can't drain under the drain, it has to drain into the drain. So everything from the surface of the membrane has to drain into the drain. And that's because if rope cracks, a tile gets loose, whatever, water runs in behind it, it's got a place to go, that it's not going to go into the structure of the home and cause mold. So, alright, so I'm going to go and I'm going to straighten up this stud. Do the best I can. So, you know what? Got the one at the top. One at the bottom. And I'll toenail them in the bottom too. I just want to try to push. Like I said, I put some relief cuts in that stud that was their original. It's the closet wall petition. I cut a couple nails off there and actually didn't even break the drywall on the inside, so that was good. Not every day that happens. So now I've got the screw in the bottom, screw in the top, and I'm having an issue that I can't get the center in by hand because it's heavier than I am in pressure. So I'm going to toenail the screw and draw it in. Or I'm going to break the 2x4 off, I guess, apparently. That's what it did. Alright, I'm going to try this again. Again, okay, we're good to go there now anyway. So now this is ready for the Curdy board. So put one sheet there, full sheet, put one sheet back there on that wall, full sheet, and then I'll take the one and turn it sideways here, put a sheet on the bottom, full length, and a sheet on the top, full length, and then I'll just cut it off for whatever height I need, because I didn't go all the way to the ceiling here. There's about 8 inches from the ceiling. We didn't want to get into paint and stuff like that and damage to the ceiling, so we stay down below it. We only need to really Curdy above the floodplain, and the floodplain is the top of the shower valve, or the shower head. So really 7 feet, first 7 feet is really your main issue, and then after that everything should be fine anyway. So okay, I'll see you on the next one.